Genesis chapter 9, verses 21 to 27, tells a difficult story about Noah and his sons. This passage is often overlooked due to its uncomfortable nature, but it holds significant lessons about respect, family, and consequences. After surviving the great flood, Noah planted a vineyard. This vineyard was a symbol of new beginnings and hope for the future, a testament to human resilience and the ability to start anew. He made wine and drank it. Wine, often seen as a symbol of joy and celebration, became a source of sorrow in this story. Sadly, he became drunk and lay uncovered within his tent. This moment of vulnerability would lead to a pivotal family conflict.
Father, what has happened to you? This question echoed the confusion and concern of a son witnessing his father's fall from grace.
Ham, Noah's son, saw him in this state. Instead of acting with discretion, Ham's reaction would set off a chain of events that would divide the family. Instead of showing respect, he told his brothers. This act of disrespect highlighted a lack of understanding and empathy.
Shem, Japheth, come quickly. Look at father. Ham's urgent call was filled with a mix of shock and a lack of reverence.
Shem and Japheth, Noah's other sons, acted differently. They understood the gravity of the situation and chose to handle it with care. They walked backward into the tent so they would not see their father exposed. This act of respect was a stark contrast to Ham's behavior. They then covered him with a cloak. Their actions demonstrated a deep sense of honor and protection for their father.
We must cover him without looking. This careful approach showed their respect and love for their father.
Yes, let's do it this way. Their agreement and cooperation highlighted their unity and shared values.
When Noah awoke, he learned what had happened. The realization of his son's actions brought a mix of emotions. He was deeply angered by Ham's disrespect and blessed Shem and Japheth for their honor. This moment defined the future dynamics of the family.
Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. Noah's curse on Ham's son Canaan was a severe consequence of Ham's actions. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem. This blessing underscored the importance of reverence and respect. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. The consequences of Ham's actions extended to his descendants. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be the slave of Japheth. This final blessing and curse set the stage for the future relationships between the descendants of Noah's sons.
Noah, the righteous man who God chose to survive the flood, was not perfect. Despite his righteousness, he had his flaws and weaknesses, just like any other human being. The story tells us he planted a vineyard and made wine. This was a common practice in ancient times, as vineyards were a source of sustenance and joy. Wine was an important part of life in ancient times, used for celebrations and religious rituals. It symbolized abundance and was often seen as a gift from the divine. However, Noah drank too much and became drunk. This overindulgence led to a loss of control, a moment of weakness that had significant consequences. Alcohol affects people in different ways. Some find joy and relaxation, while others may experience sorrow or anger. It can bring out the best or the worst in a person. In Noah's case, it led to his humiliation. He felt deep shame and regret for his actions, realizing the gravity of his mistake. He lay uncovered in his tent, unaware of his own vulnerability. This moment of exposure left him defenseless and open to judgment. This act, unintentional as it may have been, set the stage for the conflict that followed. It was a turning point that would affect his family and legacy.
Oh, what have I done? The weight of his actions bore heavily on him, a reminder of his human frailty.
Ham, upon seeing his father in such a compromised state, reacted poorly. He chose not to protect his father's dignity. Instead, he went and told his brothers about it. This act was a grave offense. In many cultures, even today, disrespecting one's parents, especially a father, is considered a serious transgression. Ham's actions revealed a lack of respect for his father and for the position Noah held within their family.
Shem, Japheth, come quickly. Look at father.
Section 4. Shem and Japheth, guardians of honor.
In stark contrast to Ham's behavior, we demonstrated respect and honor.
We refused to look upon our father's nakedness.
We walked backward into the tent, carefully covering him with a cloak.
Our actions were deliberate.
We actively chose to protect our father's dignity, even though he was unconscious and unaware of our actions.
This act of filial piety is central to the story's message. Section 5. The weight of words. Noah's curse and blessing. This section delves into the profound impact of Noah's words on his descendants and the generations that followed.
When I awoke and learned of my son's actions, I reacted with strong emotions. The betrayal I felt was immense, and it led me to make a decision that would shape the future of my family. I cursed Ham's son, Canaan, saying Canaan would be a servant to his brothers. This curse was not just a moment of anger, but a declaration that would echo through the ages.
This curse was significant. It carried the weight of ancient judgment and was taken very seriously by all who heard it. It was not just a personal punishment, but had social and even political implications. The curse affected the dynamics within the family and the broader community.
In contrast, I blessed Shem and Japheth. Their actions had shown respect and care, and I wanted to ensure their futures were bright. I declared that they would be prosperous and respected. This blessing was a promise of success and honor, setting them apart from their brother Canaan.
This story shows how seriously words were taken in ancient times. Every word spoken had the power to shape destinies and alter the course of history. A blessing or curse was believed to have real power. These rituals were not mere formalities, but were seen as binding and transformative. Section 6. Echoes of Antiquity. Honor and shame in ancient cultures.
To understand this story fully, we need to consider the cultural context. In ancient times, family honor was paramount.
A father's shame was shared by the entire family.
Ham's actions would have been seen as bringing shame upon the entire household.
Shem and Japheth, on the other hand, upheld the family's honor through their actions.
This focus on honor and shame may seem strange to us today, but it was a powerful force in ancient societies.